Okay, I'm cleaning here this little piece of gardening storage. This guy's clean and empty. He'll probably go in a big shed that's beside the fenced-in veggie garden in the new house. This is everything I decided to keep from those drawers. Lots of good gardening supplies, chicken first aid, things like that. Garden boxes. I think that's the bulk of what I wanted to keep from the garden, except for big things. These metal guys, the first few of the plants I am planning to bring. Lots and lots of little lavender shoots I'm bringing with me. There's like 20 plants in here. And all of that, like my garden tools. Things that I would have to buy again right there, right away. So might as well bring them. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I hadn't had time. I have like an hour before I have to pick up my kids from our class. I'm going to spread as much of this compost as I can in the ground and in the garden beds. And then I'm gonna turn the last bin over. So hopefully it breaks down enough in this last 3 weeks so I can spread it in the yard. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to bag it up and throw it in the trash. Maggie, out. Girl. It is amazing. Compost. I want to show you. Just like all of this was chicken bedding and kitchen scraps, and now it's just wonderful, loamy, perfect soil, full of nourishment. I'm planning to create the same system, but maybe 3 times as big each square, because we're gonna have so much more to throw in there. Living in 4 acres and in a part of the world where it rains and plants actually grow.
She just ran back inside.
Oh, I know. Yesterday I opened the door and Edna came outside and then she was like, no thanks, and went back inside. I think Maggie's scaring them. I am not looking forward to traveling with 2 chickens, staying at 3 different hotels with 2 dogs and 2 chickens. But the silver lining is that I'm gonna be able to train Maggie with the chickens, because we'll be all in a room. So it'll be a good opportunity to teach her that the chickens are mine. Okay. Bowie. it makes me so happy to be feeding these beds.
Come over here.
So, okay, this bed has a nice 2-3 inch layer of compost now. I'm going to use the last bit of the chicken bedding I have left to mulch this area. This bed doesn't have irrigation, so I want to help it retain as much of the humidity as I can during the summer. I found an egg in the chicken bedding. Tiny. It must have been one of the first eggs from a very young hen. So cute. I'm gonna bury it. I think there are two main mistakes people make when they garden and that lead them to think that they are not good at gardening. One is watering. I think a lot of times people kind of water as if they were painting. So just like, kind of like if it looks wet on top is enough, but you actually have to water deep enough for enough water to seep into the ground. And then the second mistake is that the first year that you build your raised beds, you add all this good soil to your beds and then you never feed them again. I usually buy good raised bed back soil to start a raised bed just because it has all that other good moisture retaining stuff in it. And then from then on, I just add a layer of compost to my raised beds every single year. So they stay nice and nourished. I don't till, I don't mix it up. I just add a new layer of compost on top of what was already there. Okay, I've made some progress. The bed is ready. Added compost into this little area. Also into this. It looks so pretty now that it has that kind of like mulchy look on top. And then some that I had left over I did here, but I didn't have enough. This bin is empty. This one is empty. I'm going to turn this one into this one. Oh, this is not gonna be ready in 3 weeks. Sir, the tea canisters. They're fully compostable, they're just paper, but they're actually really thick. So it takes a while for them to break down. It takes a year. By a year, they're broken down, but they're not gonna be broken down in 3 weeks. And the little end of an onion, I'm gonna put it in the raised bed. I don't know if I'm dirty. I usually end up with like a mustache of dirt. I don't know what I do. I'm done for today. My plan was to empty the compost bin and turn the other one and see what it looked like, and it's not good. All of the tea canisters that I've thrown in there are still there, so I'm probably gonna have to throw that in the trash. Most of it, I think. But the other two bins are empty, and It's all spread in the garden, which looks really pretty. So it's food for the soil for the next, food for the soil for the next year. Now, the plan for this weekend is to pack everything we can in the house, everything that we won't need. We booked movers, and so now we have a date. Finally, we have a date. We know exactly when we're going, which is crazy. I've been feeling heavy about it, but at the same time, it's nice to know. It's nice to just know when we're going. Oh, we still have to power wash the chicken coop. And then my friends are gonna take the other chicken coop to their house with the 2 quail, and then they're gonna get more quail. So that also needs to happen at the very end, because right now I have the 2 chickens in there, the 2 chickens I'm planning to take with me. And that's it. That's it. I'll see you all next week.